Trapmore gang, it sounds like aliens might be real. Now, me personally, I could believe that aliens are real. I don't think that they're walking amongst us, but I think it would be foolish not to at least entertain the possibility that the vast infinite universe has other beings that are, sentient in a similar way to humans. But the one thing that everybody's been desperate for years is true confirmation from the government that aliens are actually real. And we might have just got it. Because only about a week ago, former President Barack Obama, who remembers Barack Obama, man? It was a better time. It was just the good old days, man. That Barack Obama era it was a glorious time. But he sat down for an interview where he was asked directly about the existence of aliens. And a lot of people felt like he actually was revealing for the first time that as president, he actually had information that maybe aliens were real. He quickly walked it back, but a lot of people thought maybe he had let it slip and let the world know that aliens are real.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in, what is it?
Area 51?
Area 51. There's no underground facility unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the President of the United States.
What was the first question you wanted answered when you became president?
Where are the aliens?
Where are the aliens?
So if you listen carefully, right, first thing he said, yeah.
Are aliens real?
They're real.
They're real. They're real. He didn't say, I don't know. He said, I haven't seen them. He said, they're real. He didn't hesitate. He didn't think, if you asked me, I'd be like, I think aliens could be real, but I don't know if I really believe any of these UFOs. He didn't hesitate for a second. He said, they're real.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen.
He said they're real. All right? They're real. Okay. Now, a lot of people are they're saying, I remember a few years back when there was that little white alien that was in the news. And the first thing that came to everyone's mind was, not right now. I'm trying to survive. All right. He's saying if aliens are real, they're definitely just observing and saying, yeah, let's not land yet. Ain't that time. All right. Alien life not existing on other planets in our universe is statistically improbable, and I'm sure that's what he's referring to, sentient life in our solar system, but outside of the Earth. He said they're real. He said, yes, they are real. He said, yeah. He said they're real. I just haven't seen them. He didn't say, I don't know, maybe. He said they are real. He said it. He said the quiet part loud, right? Is what it is. Now, interestingly enough, just a day later, okay, Barack Obama, maybe he got contacted by the aliens. He said, yo, you're blowing up the spot. Shut up. You're giving the game away. He walked his statements back just a day later. All right. Obama clarifies his remarks about aliens. R/aliens were joining. Right. We're joining. He said, I was trying to stick with the spirit of the speed round, but since it's gotten attention, let me clarify. Statistically, the universe is so vast that the odds are good that there's life out there, but the distances between solar systems are so great that the chances we've been visited by aliens is low, and I saw no evidence during my presidency that extraterrestrials have made me contact us. Really? You said they're real. You immediately said they're real. All right. You immediately said they're real. He got the call. Obama on Clinton saying aliens aren't real. That's what they tell us to say. Gets the call, proceeds to tell us what they tell him to say. Saying Obama is and always has been a company man. Lots of people try and pretend otherwise, but he is just a piece of the machine. Thanks, Obama. He knew what he was saying. If only he didn't clarify tomorrow, we would have gotten the disclosure speech from the White House, only because the current president is jealous of him that he would want to make sure that he got more attention for it. That or a very late night Truth Social rant about it. Now, some people actually felt that Donald Trump might have actually been pissed that Barack Obama was stealing the spotlight and revealing that aliens are actually real before he could. So Trump actually, just yesterday, he was asked about Obama's statements on the existence of aliens, okay? And he seemingly confirmed Obama's original statement that aliens are real. And he said you ain't supposed to say that. You ain't supposed to say, well, you do, shh, hey. We're talking about the aliens, bro. It's supposed to be like Fight Club. Listen to what he says, it's crazy.
Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that.
He said he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You ain't supposed to say aliens are real. What the hell? You ain't supposed to say that. You ain't supposed to say that.
Yeah.
So aliens are real?
He said, yeah.
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you.
Look at the little smirk. He said, so they're real? He said, hey, listen, he told you classified shit. You ain't supposed to know that. So are they real? He said, hey, why are you asking me crazy questions?
Information. He's not supposed to be doing that.
So aliens aliens are real?
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it. Do you believe it, Peter?
Well, the president can declassify anything that he wants to, so if you want to make an announcement.
I may get him out of trouble by declassifying.
We know.
So he said he's in big trouble, all right? Classified information. I might get him out of trouble by declassifying it. But he also confirmed, all right? He also confirmed. So some people were mad. They said for a species of a max lifespan of what? 120. Oh my God, the aliens got me. 120 years. You'd think that we would be a little more forthcoming with each other and a little bit less about bullshit and work together a bit more. But no, because of greed and power and all that, what a waste. We should already be amongst the stars, all right? Always thought disclosure would be less stupid. I don't know if aliens are real, but he's talking about classified information. Anyone else see an issue with this statement? First time hearing Trump contradict himself? So it's classified that aliens are real. They're real and they're spectacular. They told me, please declassify us, sir, please. They were really good people. Well, I don't know if they are people, but they had very big, nice eyes. All of them in green costumes told me, Mr. President, let's go public. And I told them I was going to do a big announcement soon. The biggest, very, very big. It might be the biggest announcement in history. Okay, it might be the biggest. The biggest, the largest, right? Big X the plug should be involved. Obama playing the long game of rage baiting Trump into declassifying everything we know about aliens. Obama needs to start talking about the anti-gravity tech, the ZPEs that he's seen to walk it back, to say that he's talking hypothetically, then have reporters ask Trump about it. What if Obama said it to destroy Trump's attempt to be the first president to confirm it? All right. People saying, I'd rather anyone but Trump. I don't want him in the history books to represent UFOlogy, being the first superpower to confirm. If Obama did it to mess with Donald, then I'm all for it, right? So Trump would then come out after this, right? And he would announce his intentions. He would say, Epstein files, never heard of them. Are you still talking about the Epstein files? I'm trying to release the alien files. So based on the tremendous interest shown, I will be directing the Secretary of War and other relevant departments and agencies to begin the process of identifying, releasing the government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP, unidentified flying object, UFOs, and any and all other information connected to these highly complex but extremely interesting and important matters. God bless America. Based on the tremendous interest showed, if that's true, there's a couple files that I'm going to need to get hold of because there's been some tremendous interest in a few other files that I've been hearing about. Bro, Epstein files, let's get the JFK files, let's get the alien files, let's just cook up. Let's just cook up, okay? It's actually insane. It is insane, right? They're saying the Dow must be under 50,000. It's time for the alien files. It says they ain't going to release nothing. This is what it's going to look like. The first one released, it's happening. All classified, all classified, all classified, all classified, all classified. Hella classifications, right? Is this the type of classification that if I type it, if I paste it, no, it's a proper redaction. Yeah, you got to redact a few more people. I wouldn't be surprised if Jeffrey Epstein was in the alien files because that guy's just been all over. Leslie Wexner probably caught the UFOs. UFOs probably pinched a few billion from Leslie Wexner. Okay, it is insane. All right, it is insane. So it is just wild. All right, it's actually wild. So now, okay, basically details that aliens have existed have been slowly leaking over the past decade. This ain't nothing new, all right? And so what I want to do in this video, since we can't wait for the UFO files, we can't wait for the, you know, when we'd still knee deep in the Epstein files, but I'm going to give you guys the UFO files, all right? I've done the research. You know me, I'm good with the research, all right? I'm good with the Reddit, all of that stuff. I'm going to break down the alien files to you guys before Donald Trump does, okay? I'm going to beat him to it, right? Because details about aliens' existence, they've been leaking over the last decades, and, you know, there's a whole bunch of talk, there's been a whole bunch of sightings, all those types of things. So let's just summarize a few of the sightings, and I'll give you a little taster of what possibly is in the UFO files. So on April the 16th, 2021, right, explosive details emerged regarding US Navy encounters, with other nations also releasing their own suspected sightings of UFOs. This was going around for a minute.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My God.
These 3 videos, released by the Department of Defense, have changed the way many people see what we can't explain.
The moment you mention UFO, immediately what comes to mind are little green men, tinfoil hats. That's not at all what we're dealing with.
In 2004, off the coast of California, an F-18 Super Hornet training exercise was suddenly interrupted by a call over the radio that would come to define Commander David Fravor's career.
You know, there's certain things in your life where you just remember in vivid detail what happened. And that's one of them because it's honestly the strangest, most obscure thing I've ever seen flying.
Fravor, the commanding officer of the Navy's Strike Fighter Squadron 41, and another F-18 scrambled to check out an unusual radar blip 80 miles off the coast.
So as we're looking around, the backseater in the other airplane comes up and says, "Hey, Skipper, do you see?" And before he says it, I'm like, "Dude, you see that?" As soon as we look down, we see the whitewater, and then we see this little white tic-tac. It's pointing north-south, and it's just going forward, back, left, right.
It's just bouncing around?
Yeah, like a ping pong ball.
What was its shape? What was its... what did it look like it was made out of?
Like a perfectly smooth white tic-tac. Or for people that need a bigger visualization, a giant propane tank.
Fravor says the F-18s began circling, Fravor at 20,000 feet, and the so-called tic-tac only about 50 feet above the surface of the water.
And I say, "Hey, I'm going to go check this thing out." And the other pilot stays and says, "Hey, I'm going to stay up high." And then it starts coming up at us. We call it two-circle fight, but it's coming up, I'm coming down. So it literally is aware we're there. There's no doubt because it mirrored me. So here it is. I cut across, and I get to about half a mile of it, so I'm about halfway across the circle. As it gets in front of me, it just goes poof, and it's gone. And it's gone like that fast.
What do you mean, poof, it's gone?
I mean, exactly that. Like, it's 1 minute it's there, and the next second, it's like magic trick. So I asked the other airplane, I said, "Hey, do you guys see that?" And they're like, "It's gone. It just disappeared."
When you saw this kind of performance, what was the first thing that went through your mind?
What the hell was that?
Once back on the carrier, Fravor's team told the next crew what had happened, and that crew took off ready to capture something on camera. And this is what they saw. I guess the biggest question is, what do you think it is?
I honestly don't know. I don't think that we have developed that technology. I don't think we developed it on this planet. We still, to this day, have no idea what it was, what we saw, what we chased, what we engaged. But it was pretty spectacular.
A report from that incident eventually made its way to the Pentagon and crossed the desk of Luis Elizondo, the former director of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program.
In essence, what that program was an investigatory body looking at what we call the UAP, probably in the vernacular, it's better known as the UFO phenomenon. The bottom line here is that over the past several decades, we in the Department of Defense and the intelligence community have been noticing things in our airspace that don't have wings, they don't have cockpits, they don't have even an obvious sign of propulsion like an engine, and yet still they're able to defy the natural effects of Earth's gravity.
In 2020, the Pentagon declassified 3 videos, the Tic Tac video and 2 others filmed on the East Coast in January of 2015. Other countries have made similar public disclosures. Also in 2004, the Mexican Air Force confirmed this video was shot by one of their pilots near the coast of Baja California. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 en la pantalla. In 2014, the helicopter from the Chilean Navy locked onto an unidentified object emitting what appeared to be some sort of gas or vapor. Both governments have said they investigated but couldn't determine what the objects were.
These are real UFOs, people. They got no idea what these things are. It's a tic-tac. It's an object. It's emitting gas. The UFOs are real, folks. They're real. So the next kind of big media firestorm about UFOs kind of came in July of 2023 when a former military intelligence officer, David Grush, would actually confirm that the US had in their possession alien technology and alien bodies. For real. No cap.
You've stated that the government is in possession of potentially non-human spacecraft. Based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
You hear what he's saying? This is like what Trump said. He said that's classified. Shouldn't be talking about that. Shouldn't be Shh. Bro, they really got alien bodies.
Okay, and I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
They got the bodies. He could say that. Classified.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
Non-human biologics, aliens. It wasn't a dog. It wasn't a chimp. It wasn't a cat. Flying an unidentified UFO. Aliens.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Not allowed to say, keep it quiet, all right? Don't catch a lead salad walking out of here. Be very careful, okay? You got to be careful. You can't be talking about the aliens. It's like Fight Club, man. You cannot. Rule 1 and 2 and 3. Do not talk about the aliens. Now, there would be more, okay? In 2024, Luis Elizondo, who run the Pentagon's UFO unit, right? Forget G unit, UFO unit, would reveal that the US had actually made contact with extraterrestrial life over 50 years ago. They've been keeping this from you for half a century. Insane.
In the discussions, it's simply about material, or is there discussion about it was previously testified that there's biologics that were collected. Are you aware of any of that?
I am, sir, aware of the reporting that biologics have been recovered. Again, my focus was more nuts and bolts, looking at the physical aspects of these phenomenon, how they interacted around military equities and nuclear equities. So I'm certainly not a medical expert. I would not be able to probably provide you a whole lot of value in that simply because I don't have the expertise.
But was anything described as that we have possession of bodies?
Yes.
We have is it multiple types of creatures, or
sir, I couldn't answer that. I can tell you anecdotally that it was discussed quite a bit when I was at the Pentagon. The problem is the supposed collection of these biological samples occurred before my time, in fact, before I was even born.
And was this part of the Lockheed Martin discussion, or was this the biologics is a completely separate?
Separate yet related.
Okay.
He said they found alien bodies before he was even born. They've had the aliens. Bro. So, and there's been more, all right? So in September of 2025, there would actually be leaked footage of a US Reaper drone off the coast of Yemen that showed a Hellfire missile seemingly bouncing off of a UFO. Can you believe this one? Look at this.
The newly released video captured by a U.S. Reaper drone shows a glowing orb off the coast of Yemen. Suddenly, on the left side of your screen, you see a Hellfire missile zip in, strike that unidentified object, then bounce right off it. When we slow the video down, you see the Hellfire missile continue to travel on its path, that trajectory becoming clearer from this zoomed-out angle. Not shown is a second Reaper drone that launched the missile. Congressman Eric Burleson shared the video at a House Oversight Committee on what the military calls unidentified aerial phenomena, better known as UFOs.
That's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and just bounced right off. And it kept going.
It kept going, and it looks like the debris was taken with it.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
We've never seen a Hellfire missile hit a target and bounce off.
Unheard of. Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. Never happens. Never happen. And there you go. You got it on footage, right? Now, this same incident was subsequently taken up and discussed by the House Oversight Task Force on the Declassification of Federal Secrets.
Today, I want to state clearly that this is not science fiction or creating speculation. This is about national security, government accountability, and the American people's right to the truth.
This was taken October 30th of 2024. This video is of an MQ-9 drone tracking an orb, or this object, off the coast of Yemen. You'll see that another MQ-9 launched a Hellfire missile. You cannot see that drone.
Are you aware of anything in the government, United States government arsenal that can split a Hellfire missile like this?
No.
And do whatever blob thing it did and then keep going? Nothing?
Nothing.
All right, how about you, Chief Wiggins?
Nothing to my knowledge, ma'am.
Okay, and how about you, Mr. Borland?
I prefer to answer that in a skiff.
I have heard about events like this. I have heard about this event. Jeremy Corbell and I talked about it in one of our episodes a while back. We did not have the video, though. There are servers where there's a whole bank of these kind of videos that Congress has not been allowed to see, that the public hasn't been allowed to see. Occasionally, some of that stuff gets out in the wild, and it comes our way. It should be going to you. The public should be seeing this stuff. And why you're not allowed to, I don't know. But that's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO and just bounced right off. And it kept going.
It kept going, and it looks like the debris was taken with it.
Yeah, what the hell is that? The public has been told over and over since the late 40s, there's nothing to worry about here. These mysterious craft seen by millions of people in the skies, in the oceans, over the land, are not real. They're not a threat. The witnesses are wrong. They're crackpots. don't believe it. That changed for me. What got me hooked is the paper trail. Documents that were squeezed out of the U.S. government after the FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, became the law of the land. And those documents paint a much different picture than what the public, the press, and Congress have been told over many years. The documents from military and intelligence personnel behind closed doors admit that, quote, these things are real. They're not fictitious. They can fly in formation. They're evasive, and they outperform any aircraft known to exist, including ours. The public, of course, as I said, has been told something much different.
So they're saying that there really is alien technology. It's been caught on camera. It's splitting Hellfire missiles. This doesn't happen. It's not supposed to. It's not how Hellfire missiles are supposed to work. Okay, so Obama slipped up. He said aliens are real. He said it's facts. He said it, and he walked it back. Probably got a call from his handlers. Said, oopsie, let me clean this up. And then Trump even came out. He said, shouldn't have done that. He's not supposed to say that. And now he said he might release it. So look, if one thing good came out of the Epstein files, it's that we might next be getting the alien files. Okay, if we get the alien files, I will be sure to break them down for you guys. Okay, this is the most recent set of UFO sightings and evidence for the minute. But I swear down. All right, I want to see these alien files. Clearly, they're real. It's no secret. They're real, and we might actually get them soon. If Trump gives them to us, hey, say what you want about Trump. Trying to see them alien files, all right? Let me know what you guys think. Do you think aliens are real? Do you think it's all cap? I feel like based on everything I've just shown you in this video, you literally can't deny it. There's no proof. There's not really any proof against it. There's not really any proof to suggest there's absolutely no alien activity going on. So let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. And for now, I'm out, guys. Peace.